We've got an interesting take from the original creator of the Fallout series, Tim Cain. He says, the critique of capitalism was never the point of the games, and if anything, they're about how war is inevitable given basic human nature. Is it? Is it really? Let's get into it. I'm Blaze2Cain. Let's see what Tim Cain has to say about Fallout. First, I want to give a shout out to all our members who support the channel. If you want to support the channel too, I'd really appreciate it. Click join, become a member, get your name in every video and every live stream, and help support more members-only events. Let's go. If you don't want to, or you can, that's okay too. Hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon. I'll love you. Anyways, back to the news. So, original Fallout co-creator Tim Cain says critique of capitalism was never the point of the games. If anything, they're about war, how war is inevitable given basic human nature. It is very true. The way the world events are going on right now, it just reminds you that war is in human nature. People are power hungry, money hungry, and they will go to war and people will die for it. It sucks. It's a part of basic human nature, I think. I'd assume. I mean, we have it easy here in the US, right? But in Europe and everything, but, well, parts of Europe certainly, but yeah, it just sucks. War is a horrible thing. Screw war. Screw people that, start wars. And if you want to start a war, go fight that war on your own. I'm talking to you, Putin. I'm talking to you, Biden, whoever, Kim Jong-un. If you want to start a war, get your gear on, get your boots on, grab your pitchfork, and go to war against other world leaders. Stop sending hundreds of thousands of people to go fight on your behalf. That is just pathetic. Anyways, on to the news. Let's not get political, because I hate politics. I really do. Anyway, he says, but he doesn't mind if you take an anti-capitalist message away anyhow. So, are you a capitalist? Are you not a capitalist? I like capitalism. I like parts of socialism. I think, there has to be a little bit of both. I think they can complement each other. It doesn't have to be either or, right? I mean, because that could be bad, let's be honest. What's Fallout about? War, nukes, consumerism, imperialism. How easy is it to misplace close relatives? All of the above? It's a debate that's raged for decades, and no wonder. Fallout is a pretty rich text as the video game series goes, and there's all sorts of messages you can read into, like the likes of Fallout 1, 2, New Vegas. 14 years later, you can still click into any forum on the internet and find people arguing about which ending is the best for the Mojave in Nevada, or in New Vegas, sorry. It's Yes Man. But here's what it's not about, or at least what it's not inherently about, and that is anti-capitalism. That's according to Tim Cain, one of the series' original creators over on his YouTube channel. More specifically, Cain spoke about it in the comments in one of his recent uploads, a video about prosaically titled Capitalism, in response to a fan asking about Cain's view on Fallout as a critique on capitalist and corporate greed. Cain's response was unequivocal. Sorry, I can't speak today. Critique of capitalism was never the point of Fallout. How can you tell? Because the game went out of its way to mention that other countries like China were also behaving terribly, which is very true, of course, in the original isometric Fallouts that Cain worked as lead on. The US was a horrifying dystopia, a chauvinistic, capitalist hellscape that imposed its will on the world and shot anyone who disagreed. But it wasn't unique. Fallout's China, which never dropped the smash old world and forged a new world ideology of Mad Zedong thought era, was also pretty violent. In fact, in Cain's original vision, it was China who dropped the bomb first. Dun, dun, dun. We're looking into the futures. Is this one of those Simpsons sort of hints at what's going to happen in the future? I hope not. If anything, says Cain, Fallout is a comment that war is inevitable given basic human nature, and the mode of production doesn't necessarily have all that much to do with it. That doesn't mean Cain disapproves of an anti-capitalist read. Mind you, I don't think I have any themes that run in common within all my games. Maybe mistrust of power, says Cain, but people will interpret my games in all kinds of ways, and that's okay. Everyone brings their own perspective, and a story can mean different things to different people. Honestly, Pinko that I am, I've always taken an anti-capitalist read on the original Fallout games, but I'm not too surprised that Cain wasn't necessarily trying to make an isometric RPG version of the Grundis back in the 90s. When I consider his work like The Outer Worlds, which was intensely satirical of corporate life without really making much criticism of capitalism or private property as a whole, it makes sense that critique of capitalism just isn't something that interests him that much. Fair enough, I suppose. Cain's still been responsible for some of my favourite games, even if he doesn't share my read of them. Plus, if there's one thing that Mark's adjacent among us don't need help with, it's reading anti-capitalism and do absolutely everything. Trust the community to basically goad the creator of Fallout into a political discussion about whether Fallout is supposed to represent anti-capitalism. Of course this is going to happen. Politics, it bleeds into everything. It's like a poison. Man, whether you're a capitalist, socialist, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy video games. Stop reading too much into them. And if they, if they mean something more to you, good for you. Go for it. Just don't push your idea of what the game is on other people, just as you wouldn't with politics, because politics is just so divisive. I'm sick of this divisiveness. Anyways, guys, I love you. I'm Blaze2K. If you love this video, if you want more videos like this, consider clicking the subscribe and coming back, and consider clicking join and becoming a member as well. That'd be really cool and help support everything that I do. And keep playing Fallout games. I'm still playing Fallout 4 on my Steam Deck. I love this Steam Deck. I know I've said it a million times, but the Steam Deck is my favorite go-to console these days, just because it's easy to access and all around fun. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Consider becoming a member. Click join if you want more and want more members only events and help keep supporting content and better content at that. Anyways, love you. Peace out. See you in the next one. Bye.